Does this sound familiar? Her, honey, I have a problem. My internet bill is due today and I cannot pay it. You, why can't you pay it? I already sent you $100 2 weeks ago. Plus you started your new job at the call center 2 months ago. Her, as I already told you, I'm only earning 6,000 every 2 weeks. You, that's interesting because last month you told me you make 10,000 every 2 weeks. Her, I meant to say 10,000 pesos. Sorry, baby. You, I gotta go. How to know if your Filipina is honest. You just caught your Filipina in a lie because you had actual numbers. Filipinos can be master manipulators and you need to look out for some of their tricks. Your best weapon to know if your Filipina is honest is to have a good memory. Judge Judy always says, when you tell the truth, you don't need a good memory. Fun fact, Filipino scammers that like to lie are most likely chatting with multiple guys and telling multiple stories. It's hard to keep track of all those stories and eventually they'll slip up. Specificity is your friend. When you're chatting up a girl in the Philippines, always try to get specifics when having a conversation. For example, if you're talking about your jobs, don't just ask what she does, ask her what her job title is. You can do this tactfully. If she tells you she graduated from college, ask her what her degree is in and from what university. Fun fact, the top universities in the Philippines are University of the Philippines, Ateneo University, De La Salle University, and University of Santo Tomas. Remember that Facebook messages don't go away. Whenever she asks for money, always make her give a detailed explanation of why she needs it. Use what about questions. For example, if she's claiming to need money for her Lola's hospital bill, make sure you ask, well, what about your job? What about questions are a great way to get her to give you numbers. Ask for details. A lot of times, Filipino scammers will try to lie about having the same interest as you. If she tells you she has a particular interest, ask more questions about it. If, for example, she tells you her faith is strong and she goes to church every Sunday, ask her what her favorite Bible verse is. Just as a Star Wars fan should be able to tell you his favorite character from the movie, a true Christian woman of faith shouldn't have any problem telling you what her favorite Bible verse is without having to think about it. Next, do what the cops do. When the cops interrogate someone, they'll ask a question, get the answer, and then they'll confirm with a different answer later in the interview. This is a good tactic because it goes back to what I said earlier. If you tell the truth, you don't need a good memory. You can ask her what subject her degree is in, and let's say she tells you it's in hotel and restaurant management when you first meet. Then maybe after a month or so, you can bring it up in conversation that she says she had a degree in caregiving. Yes, that's a degree in the Philippines, and see if she confirms it. Here are some common things Filipinos lie about. Just remember their goal is to get you to like them, so you'll give them a better life. So here are some common lies you're likely to hear if you chat with enough of them. Telling you she's a virgin. Saying you're the only foreigner she's ever chatted with. Claiming love after 1 or 2 chats. Lying about the strength of her faith. A typhoon blew down her house. Her Lola's in the hospital. She has no children. That she graduated from college. It's imperative that you get her off her script. I used to work as a cell phone salesman for a major carrier in the US. I remember in training I had to read all sorts of information about a dozen phones, and I remembered thinking to myself, how the heck am I going to remember all this stuff? Turns out when I got on the phone with most of the potential customers, they all asked pretty much the same questions. How much does it cost? What colors do you have? And how many minutes and gigabytes of data should I get? Turns out that foreigners looking to date Filipinos also ask pretty much the same questions. How old are you? What are you looking for? Do you have children? And how many foreign boyfriends have you had? That's why most Filipinos looking to manipulate someone have a script that they use with pretty much every single guy that they talk to. They know what to say to get you the most excited about dating them. Therefore, if you want to catch a Filipina in a lie, asking her unexpected questions is the best way to throw her off her script. A study revealed this is one of the best ways to catch identity thieves. She expects that you'll ask how old she is, but what if instead you ask her what year she was born? If she hesitates and has to think about it, then you know she's a liar. This obviously works better in voice than a text chat. She knows you'll ask how many foreign boyfriends she's had before. But what if instead you ask, what does your family think about you talking to guys so far away? This might trip her up into saying something like, oh, they're used to it, or they don't care. Those are signs that she's talked to many foreign guys before you. The best way to avoid Filipino scammers. My grandmother used to tell us growing up, the best way to keep from getting sick is to eat with clean hands. If you want to avoid scammers, the best way is to be a person of honor and integrity yourself. If you approach Filipinos like you're a celebrity that has his pick of the litter, or worse, that you can buy a person, you shouldn't be surprised if you don't get good results. Lastly, take your time. There's no rush. Many girls will try to rush you into a relationship and marriage, but there's simply no reason to rush. Someone that's desperate to enter into a relationship isn't someone that's likely to tell the truth, even when it hurts. The word of a desperate person isn't worth the air it's spoken in. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you'll get a notification whenever I release the video. Stay tuned for my ebook, The Ultimate Guide to Dating Filipinas, a cliche-free guide to finding the nearly perfect wife. Also, the first 10 people to sign up for Christian Filipina using the link below will get a 20% discount on the world's best human matchmaking service.